nobody actually knows we're here yet because I haven't tweeted the thing out. Give it 1 second. It's all ad hoc and messy. At everyone, we're live. You go over to the Twitter. You make the tweet. Why do I have pings on my family Discord? That's... Oh, they're all at all pings from my own server. Okay. Alright. Yeah. I don't know if anybody other than my home away from home co-host Trevor whatever is here.
Hello.
Yeah. But we do have shapes and forms for you this evening. Trey, would you like to attempt to play some Risk of Rain 2?
Well, considering that my ping right now is 1025 milliseconds, I'm thinking probably not.
In that case, we will start the show with some Slay the Spire.
Fair enough.
This also works. I can deal with that. Where is my whole stuff? Here we go. Shapes and forms.
I'm a little disappointed because I actually was able on my home network. I'm able to stream my my games that I have on my PC to my mobile devices, so like my iPad or my phone.
Yeah.
And if I've got a controller, we're golden. But you know.
Yeah.
It starts to break apart a little bit. The magic dies. You try to get it all working with multiple networks, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know who, if anybody indeed is here right now, but like I just want everyone to know that this week's show almost did not happen several times throughout the week. So like I will explain as I launch Slither the Spitter here. Actually, do I even have Slay the Spire freaking installed? We might have to go for something else. No, I do. Okay. I haven't played this in a hot minute, so it will be fun to get back into the swing of things. You got a favorite character in Slay the Spire, Trey?
I like the robot fellow. I forget his name off the top of my head, but
the defect.
Yes.
We could play. We can play a run or two as the defect. Also, just to make everything clear to everybody, all of our segments will be running their normal length. We're just gonna go like 20 minutes past our usual end time to to make up for the the stuff.
Delay. The delay.
Yeah. So what happened, if anybody's curious, which I imagine nobody is, but it's easy stream chat fodder. What happened is I went to launch Streamlabs. Well, first of all, I overslept, so that's one thing. I made a very silly mistake. The boot. Okay. Which is that I forgot that 9 p.m. Eastern is not 9 p.m. Central. So I was like, oh, I'll just set my alarm for 8 p.m. my time, and that'll give me, plenty of time to, like, get ready for the show. Apparently just forgetting that, no, it wouldn't, because 8 p.m. Central is when we go live, generally.
Yeah.
And as a consequence, one might even call it a consequence, I'm gonna go for a strike build. I like never do that with this guy. Like, basically what happened was I went to go boot up the stream, like boot up all my streaming software. Streamlabs updated. The updater did not work because it could not find my old like where the install location was, because I have it installed in a different area than is the default. So I had to like restart that 4 times. Had to restart the computer. Had to do just just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we're just going, kind of going through the rigmarole around
Yeah,
here.
and there's been, I mean, I won't spill details, but there's been other stuff going on also where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be up to doing a show this week, but I am. So hopefully we'll get some people in the chat as the night goes on.
Yeah, there have been similar rough patches on my end as well. It's been a time.
It's a cursed.
A-T-I-M-E.
It's a cursed week.
Yeah.
Maybe even a cursed month.
and like the weird thing is, there's not a Friday the 13th this month. Last week it was. I'm pretty sure it was like Thursday, right? There's a Friday the 13th next thing.
It came early.
Yeah, it came early.
Like a really shitty version of Christmas.
The wave of terror.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Right.
It's just kind of a mess. I think Active God is a pretty decent excuse for a lousy stream.
Yeah, you know. The important thing is that now we're here.
Yes, we are doing the damn thing.
We're doing it live, as that very funny meme everybody liked in the late 2000s went. Our run might very well end right here. These guys are nasty.
Gremlin Knob.
Yeah. Hello,
Knob.
WM Radar. Thank you for making the first thing in my chat this evening a reference to fucking Sweet Pro and Hell, Jeff.
Hi. How we doing? Enemy turn.
Yeah.
Turn.
There we go. Alright. I pulled it off. Yo, it's the mango! That's real good!
I preferred the anime, but okay.
I'm gonna murder you, Trey. With my mind lasers.
No one can defeat the quad laser.
We are the Moonanites. We live on the moon. I like have very few memories of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but that is one of them.
Because there's just something hypnotic about the pure deadpan delivery of Mayalaru as Ignignot, and then compared with who is just all over the place and fucking.
I don't even know how to describe Er's voice.
He has a very distinct energy about him.
Yeah. Hold on. How do I? There's a way to view the map screen. It's the back button. Or no, it's just look at the freaking map icon in the corner. Ah. Let me see here. We will hit 2 more bonfires before. I'm not doing a key run this time, so I should just rest. But anyway, yeah, our docket's kind of all in flux, so hopefully nobody was too attached to the Risk of Rain Spelunky setup.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't played in a while, which made me want to actually go back and play for sure, but like
it's not your fault. There's next week.
The technicalities, bruh.
That
I'm
ain't the
just
truth.
I'm just real disappointed about the technicalities, brah.
Didn't know you could put flux in the docket. I mean, if we had, like, tabletop simulator, we actually could play flux, but I don't know. I don't know that that would be a very engaging stream.
I need to buy tabletop simulator. All my friends use it for like D&D and shit.
You know, I've used it for that purpose before.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that tabletop sim is best for is actually like not party games. What's the term I'm thinking of? Like slightly less involved, but still. Uh-oh, we got pings. Hold up. What's this all about? Oh, okay. Our other co-host, Win, will be joining us in about 20 minutes, providing everything goes according to plan. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeet. Oh yeah. Just to, interest of transparency, Shredney will not be joining us this evening. They are out celebrating their birthday. I do not know in what fashion, but,
we love a ferret that is prone to the horrors of aging, as we all are. Even robots are not immune.
You know what they say.
It's weird that Bungie chose to make rampancy the way that robots age, because like they say basically for 7 years they're practically the same thing as what they are when they first start off, and then like after that point they just go crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Panache would actually be really good if we could get this whole scrape thing to pop off, but I don't know. Screw it. Yeah, like, rampancy is a weird concept.
And like, so far, Destiny hasn't really done anything like that, presumably because they reused it from Marathon because it wasn't really quite as they already owned the concept of it, so they could reuse it. But then like when it became associated with Halo, I guess that kind of made it so it wouldn't really be able to show up again in the Destiny lore.
I don't even think it's that complicated. Bungie's influence is such that it now occasionally shows up in things that are not Bungie properties. So like, I don't know if there's like a, how would I put it? Like, I don't think there's like a copyright on the idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe not like a copyright per se, but just the inherent association that people are gonna.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, like how Telesto is basically a needler. Destiny has Telesto, but like Halo has the needler, and like they're the same gun in concept, but in execution they look completely different.
Yeah.
Kind of something similar to that going on, where like they still explore similar concepts, like with the whole Rasputin being his own weird independent AI that just acts of his own accord rather than doing what he was specifically programmed to do, which I guess neural networks and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Rah, Rasputin, he lives on Mars and dreams. I think that was pretty good for having to come up with it on the spot.
Apparently he has a beef with the warlock guy, Osiris, the warlock man.
Yes, of course, warlock man.
Which, like, I don't think that I've ever heard of the Russians and the Egyptians having a rivalry with each other, but like, sure.
You know.
Yeah.
I can believe it. There are warlocks, but are there war keys? Really makes me think.
Well, the peace warlocks.
What, Trey?
Peace keys and warlocks.
Hmm.
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 This fellow looks like he listens to Young Thug.
Explain.
Several of Young Thug's mixtapes are called Slime.
I understand.
Also, slime language.
That's true. I suppose I've never thought about it that way before.
Shout out to one Jeffrey, whose name is his name is Jeffrey.
I remember that era. That was a strange time to be a fan of rap music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a bad time, just a strange time.
Yeah, just kind of had a lot going on, you know?
Yeah.
I can't blame the man. He's creative.
He's some.
Let's see. What else is on our minds by Thursday evening?
I literally woke up half an hour ago. So I'm out here just trying to
we're pretty much figuring this all out from the jump. Yeah.
You know.
I have KFC.
Can I have some?
I mean, honestly, I'd beam it over to Chicago if I could.
You gotta just shove it in the USB port. It stands for a Universal Snack Bus.
Oh, I love that.
That might be the closest thing to an actual joke I've ever made on this program.
Hey, we do our best, okay?
We try. When you try your best and you don't succeed. You know.
Yeah. Coldplay happens. That's what happened.
They do say Coldplay. These are all totally unrelated to what we're trying to do. I guess I'll take Meteor Strike. I don't know.
Deal 24 damage.
Start of each combat channel of plasma. Yeah. Well, that's good. College music departments form a cappella groups to cover the Coldplay that happens. Is this a shot at pentatonics?
Okay, but the Daft Punk medley kind of slapped though.
The Daft Punk medley does kind of slap though. If you really think about it.
I miss Daft Punk.
What are they up to nowadays?
They, in 2018, one of their members helped The Weeknd produce a couple of songs on his EP that he put out.
Right.
Which makes me, along with Gesaffelstein as well, which makes me wonder if, like, they're going to make a repeat appearance on his next album that he's coming out with, because that was announced this week.
You want to know a weird fact I learned?
Yeah.
Apparently, in well-regarded recent film, Uncut Gems, Weeknd appears as himself.
Huh.
And tries to steal the main character's wife, I think.
Well, I cannot say that is not in character, given the persona that he has exemplified from the beginning of his discography.
Yeah, you know.
I
get it.
That's kind of been his thing since Trilogy.
Yeah, like it. I believe I haven't seen the movie, but like it takes place in like 2012 or something, I think. So
Right.
it's supposed to be like weekend before he got like huge.
Right.
Yeah.
When the cool people like you and I were listening to him private, as opposed to literally everyone on Earth.
I still like those first three. I don't know if you'd call them albums or mixtapes or whatever, but I still like those records.
Hell, I still enjoyed the singles that he just put out.
I'm not as much of a fan as the real sleek pop stuff that he's been doing, but that's just a personal taste thing.
That's fair. I'm a sucker for that shit. So.
No, Suckers by the Jonas Brothers.
Ah!
You heard
Oh boy.
you heard Sucker is an extremely original song which doesn't plagiarize anything, which is in fact the title of the
I've
thing.
I've seen the video in my recommendations, but I haven't actually gotten
It's
around to watching it. I can imagine that it's not much of a stretch to get from point A to point B to point with
it's
that one.
like actually just a very good mashup. It's very good, and I think you should listen to it.
Neat.
Something something. I'm a sucker for you. This is almost working, like against all odds.
Somehow we're figuring things out, as
Just
always.
yeah, just give me another turbo, bud. What's up? Also Trey to the movie industry. Violence. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. The Abacus. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. It's not bad.
Give me just one sec.
Sure thing. Wow, I accidentally did that. Let me, sorry to abandon you for a quick second, folks. Let me just, pop on over to my Discord server right quick to check on something. Alright. Let's proceed. How are y'all doing out there in chat land? My viewer counter is currently telling me there are 0 viewers. That seems unlikely because I also have the thing open. Not sure what's up with that. Let's see here. Choose any number of cards to replace with the gambling chip. Chuck these defends. We don't need them right now. We don't really need to use turbo at the moment either. Let's just cut them up. And I'll channel the lightning, because, like, why not? I gotta be slightly smarter about how I'm using those turbo cards, because if I use them when there's no reason to, all I've done is shuffle void cards into my deck for actually no reason. This turn's gonna suck a little bit. Yep. Bird cultists, I understand. Deal 9 damage and draw 4 cards. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Kill you. This. This and that. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna be able to play enough cards to get Panache to pop again, but that's fine. Can I get it to pop this turn? First of all, stack. I don't want to do this, I don't think, actually. Yeah, we want to keep, unless I can kill something with it. But I can't pick which enemy that hits, so I can't. Also, though, if I don't at least try, I'm gonna take 12 damage next turn, so... Okay, it worked out. Give me that turbo, sweeping beam, and we'll do rip and tear. And there we go. It's that simple. Cool-headed, Channel of Frost and draw a card. I just don't think any of these are really... Like, our main problem right now is that we're trying to build a deck archetype and we're getting, like, nothing to support it, which is always a little bit annoying. Ah, the Book of Stabbing. Hello again, Trey.
Hey. I'm not fully sure, but, like, the last time I tried to join the call, it just completely shut me down. Didn't even do anything.
That's weird.
No voice from my side, so I could hear you, but you couldn't hear.
That's very strange. Yeah, I didn't hear you at all.
Unusual.
What is recycled, WM? Oh, recycled is a used bookstore. Okay, cool. There's a bookstore not too far from my house, which has the somewhat inexplicable name of Armadillo's Pillows that I occasionally go to. I don't know why it's called that. It's kind of a wild name for a bookstore to have, but, you know. Who am I to judge?
Who are you to... Who are Boo to judge?
No. You guys see Mike Bloomberg get, like, bodied last night?
I sure did.
I didn't even actually watch it because, like, I'm pretty much decided on who I'm going for at this point, but...
Right.
You do love to see it.
Yeah, you know. Who Are Buddha Judge was my psych band in high school. Nice.
I like this interpretation of, things. Bottled Tornado. Yes, I would like to guarantee that starts in my hand. Guess I'll just take Turbo Plus again. Like, we're building a really weird deck.
It's better than the alternative, which would leave you in a similar situation to Plankton in the Krusty Krab training video, where you would find yourself just wishing you'd gotten the turbo.
What if I found myself living in a shotgun shack? What if I found myself in another part of the world? Letting the days go by. Thank you. Thank you. This is a weird value proposition. I guess I'm gonna do it. That is indeed the wrong song. You still there, Trey?
For whatever reason, the sound quality on...
Trey man? I heard you for like a second there, but... Hold up, folks. Beautiful. There we go. Do you want me to try, like, killing the call and redialing? Wait, I think you're back now.
I think I'm back.
There you go. That was
Good
weird.
Lord.
You know, the universe does not want us to be doing this today, I guess. But here we are anyway.
This is a lot.
Yeah. I think that's fair to say.
Everything happens so much.
Everything happens so much. It's true. I think we might be dead.
DED.
If not this turn, then like in short order. Why did I think that would let me hit him again? I can't count, apparently. I may be dead, but am I grateful? I am never grateful about anything. Never accuse me of having gratitude.
What do I look like? Somebody who expresses enjoyment of things bestowed upon me?
Do I look like some kind of person to you?
Hello.
Hello, Win.
Hey.
Are you winning, Jane?
No, I literally just died. You came in at a great time, because I need you guys to hold down the fort for a second while I go get something to drink.
Let's hold down the fort, Trey.
Ye. He.
Hello, my adoring public.
It's a quiet and weird show tonight.
Sure is.
Lots of technical issues and bullshit. Some of which is the same thing, one and the same.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, bullshit is afoot.
Cough.
And my little sister is now scolding me for cursing, as if she hasn't heard me do so thousands upon thousands of times.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why would you fucking curse, you piece of shit? Ass. How are you, Trey?
I'm doing alright. You know. Trying my best to take it a day at a time, as always. How about you?
I am existing on this plane.
Fair enough. That's all one can really ask. Unless you want to, like, astral project upon another dimension, or
Another dimension.
if that's what you're after, you know. I can't blame you if that's what you're looking for.
Did you like my Beastie Boys reference?
I don't know if I got it.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's from Intergalactic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Planetary, intergalactic.
That it is.
Probably the Beastie Boys song I've listened to the most. And then the one next to that is probably Sabotage.
Now that one I associate with oddly being one of the hardest songs in Rock Band 1, because they had a weird like system that they used where you had to try to enunciate the exact same syllables that were in the song itself, but the second game instead made it one of the easiest songs because they changed the system when they realized that it was making songs like that that were more talky than singy bullshittingly difficult for people to emulate. Because of course everybody who is going to try to play Rock Band is going to have completely separate vocal ranges, and as such isn't going to ever really be able to replicate the sound of the Beastie Boys unless you are frigging a
The
member
Beastie
of the
Boys.
a member of the band, you know? So, yeah, that one is interesting in that regard. It was also in the rebooted Star Trek.
Oh yeah, it was. It was in Beyond, which I never saw.
I liked Beyond, but I think that it was actually in the first one of that like trilogy that they have
Could have
going on.
sworn it was. Oh, there's. I'm thinking of a different contemporary song. Wasn't there was something in Beyond?
I don't know.
Are you sure it wasn't Beyond?
Pretty sure it was the 2009 one.
Greetings,
Huh.
fellow humans.
Hello.
Star Trek.
I am now
First.
googling Beastie Boys Star Trek.
May I ask
No,
why?
it is Star. It was in Star Trek Beyond.
May I ask why you are
Yeah, Sabotage was. Oh wait, featured in Star Trek franchise once again. So
We're both right.
what?
So, I think they've maybe okay.
May
I'm not
I
sure.
may I ask what spurned this conversation or started
Okay,
this
yeah.
conversation?
They used Beastie Boys in 2 of the movies. So I said I was existing on this plane, and then Trey said something about another dimension, and so I went another dimension, and so we were talking about the Beastie Boys and
As
how the Beastie Boys were in Star Trek.
this is a positive.
I thought it was
direction
in
for this
Beyond,
stream.
but Trey thought it was in the original, but it turned in the 2009 movie. But it turns out they used Sabotage in both of the movies.
That's really funny.
Also, because of this, the Beastie Boys have an entry on Memory Alpha, the Star Trek wiki.
As they should on all fan wikis.
Listen, there is one universal constant in every iteration of the multiverse, and that is the Beastie Boys.
Hang on, apparently, Body Movin' was in Into Darkness.
Hey,
So they just have a thing for the Beastie Boys. J.J.
What?
Abrams just really likes the Beastie Boys, I
what
guess.
the heck? Body moving. You gonna put Brass Monkey in the next fucking Star Wars movie?
Well, Star Wars, they like to
Star
pretend
Trek, sorry.
as if it's completely
What?
separate, like,
you know what I meant to say.
My
or
microphone,
whatever. For...
Discord broke for a second for me for some reason.
I accidentally said Star Wars instead of Star Trek, which I think will get me.
Which I think it broke my Discord.
Yeah.
You said something so offensive to me, Discord rejected it.
Huh. I got a mask I've never seen before in this game. That's cool. Yeah, you know. Listen. All I said was, are they gonna put Brass Monkey in the next Star Trek movie?
No, they should put it in fucking Star Trek Picard. Which would be extremely funny because it's trying to be, it's sort of dark comparative to other Star Trek.
What about what's the most serious Beastie Boys song? High Noon Drifter.
You've already named all the ones that I know.
Sorry. Look, I just really like Paul's Boutique, okay? Okay, yeah, I'll take a deep
It's kind of like Sabotage, Intergalactic, and Brass Monkey.
That funky monkey. So how are you, man?
I am existing.
That's good. Fight for your right to party. I I don't like their more rocky stuff that much, which I guess is like, you mean, I'm me, so I guess of course I wouldn't, but wow, we're about to take a bunch of damage because I'm dumb. But you know, to each their own.
Wait, were we still talking about the Beastie Boys?
Yeah. Yeah, they have, it was kind of like a whole period, well, a couple different periods they went to where they were making, like, more rock-influenced music, and that's not really my favorite of their stuff. I've always had a little bit of rock influence, of course.
Oh, I actually didn't know You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party was a Beastie Boys song.
Yeah, it was one of, I think that
because
was one of
it's
their, like,
so
first hits, yeah.
just a rock song.
Yeah. They started as a punk band. And they eventually released a punk EP, like, 2000 or something, but I don't know. I wish that they were still together, but one of them passed away.
Oh. Oh, and it was from literally their first album, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Why am I thinking so hard about this very simple decision? Obviously, I shouldn't fight the elite when I have so little health. Anyway. But yeah, I like the Beastie Boys. Paul's Boutique is probably one of my favorite albums ever, even keeping in mind its issues. I don't know if anybody else on the call but me actually has strong Beastie Boys opinions now that I think about it.
Also, and is Trey here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Hi.
Hello.
We're living in the 21st century.
Chillin'.
Yeah. Hey guys, remember when Kanye West made good music?
Yeah.
No.
We've gone down that path
We
several
have.
times in the past.
We
in the
have.
past, haven't we?
The thing I said was a lyric from fucking, Power, and I was like, oh yeah. I used to really like Kanye West.
It was so recent that you liked Kanye West when I knew you.
Yeah. You go back to like earlier episodes of this program and see me talking about how I love his music and think people hated on Life of Pablo slightly too much.
Life of Pablo.
I still don't know why that album is called that. I think maybe Kanye himself doesn't know.
So, does that make Kim Kardashian the wife of Pablo?
Oh, that's a good joke. Incidentally, so is my life.
Wow.
Well, at least it's a good joke.
That was like one of Alice's fucking Somber Avenue bits.
That makes it sound like she's part of the show.
It does. Maybe we should have her on sometime. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do get the if you give him a medieval flute, is it the fife of Pablo? Thank you, WM.
Her entrance music will be Ocean Avenue.
No, it'll be Life is a Highway. Hey, turns out there's not too many songs about roads.
Well, there's Highway to Hell.
There's Thunder Road. Is that it?
Highway to Hell. There's songs about cars, but
That doesn't count. It's to be about roads specifically.
oh my god. Gas, gas, gas. Gonna step on the gas.
You ever
Who was it in the server that like just discovered that song the other day?
Was that Bunny? No.
Might have been.
I forget who that was. Highway 61 Revisited? Isn't that an album?
Oh, there's Route 66. How could we forget
Route
that?
66, of course.
Oh, it was Yaren.
Yaren. Right.
Discovering Eurobeat for the first time. It's always a special day in someone's life when they learn about Eurobeat.
I am a long-time Eurobeat apologist. I think most Eurobeat music, well, not most, but that's just law of averages. But like, I think a lot of Eurobeat music is actually pretty good.
Eurobeat.
You know, Eurobeat.
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 What's
Not
that
like-
song again?
Not Aerobeat. I guess would be like,
That's Sandstorm by Darude.
I don't know what that would mean. But Aerobeat, it's hentai beats
Hey, Win?
by Dre.
Hey, Win?
Yeah.
Got an ocean with your name on it.
My name's not Frank.
Fertilizer, I'll take bullshit if that's all got.
Indeed. Mine was for a while, then the RP died. I don't understand. Why did I take Go for the Eyes? Like, not in the right mental state to be playing fucking Slay the Spire, apparently.
The Spire's slaying you.
It kind of is, yeah. Oh, I see, WM, I see.
Yep.
Oh, yeah! I was in that RP too.
I see.
Oh.
I see.
Frank.
Frank.
That one was for me.
I
That one was for
understand.
me.
I understand.
Jane,
Yeah?
it's not looking good.
It's not looking great, no. Why did I do that? What am I... I have no idea, by the way, what we're gonna do for the middle segment. I said Spelunky. I don't know if Spelunky is really in the cards.
Wait, when's
Tio gets it at the end.
Oh, I thought we were gonna play Risk of Rain.
We were
2
gonna
today.
play Risk of Rain. Trey's thing's not working. If yours is, we can do Risk of Rain in the middle.
Do not let me stop you from enjoying the rain risking.
Vriska Rain.
The Vriska Rain.
Random rare card. Yeah, sure. Interesting.
Oh.
Minecraft villager noise, Minecraft villager noise.
Oof.
Nah, Risk of Rain.
Roblox damage noise. Roblox damage noise.
Risk of Rain, if you're not familiar, is well, the first one was a side-scrolling game. The third one is like a third-person shooter.
The second one.
Yeah, second one. What the fuck am I saying tonight?
The third one will be a fourth person.
A fourth person, like, okay. First person shooter, you look through the eyes of the character. Third-person shooter, you're like behind the character and can see them. Second-person shooter, the character shoots you. What is a fourth-person shooter? We need to think about
You are
this.
controlled
By someone. Okay.
by.
Wait, that's just joining the military.
Oh!
Ow, wow. I meant like from a other dimensional being, but you know.
That's still just joining the military.
Hang on. Jane, do you know something?
Don't worry about it. You are the buffet.
I guess that would be like.
Yeah.
I guess that would be true of like Crusaders, because they're an army of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me think about this. I need to tell you guys about the fact that I was at Jewel Osco yesterday. Well, I told Win already, but Trey was not there. And I spent like an hour comparison shopping deals, which is something I have never done before in my life. And I didn't even really like need to. I would think I was just entranced by the novelty.
Right.
Entranced.
I will take Crippling Cloud, thank you.
Zoink scoop.
Zoinks, Scoop. Also, I might as well announce this now while it's on my mind. I don't know why that card reminded me of it. I am going to be streaming tomorrow also. I am going to be checking out the game Grim Dawn, which I bought because it was on sale on Steam.
Neat.
It's like Diablo.
It's like Diablo. That's literally all I know about it.
That's the sales pitch.
Yeah.
Fucking, you should play Adventures of Van Helsing 2. That game is absurd.
But the thing about that game is that it wasn't on sale for $6.50.
Yeah, I know.
It might still, if anybody out there is watching it and is interested, it might still be on sale. I don't actually know.
Me.
Grim Dawn, that is. Hello, Lexi. How are you?
Die.
I should definitely.
Discord keeps breaking for me.
Yeah, it's like the fucking like the
Discord keeps breaking.
the forces of the universe do not want this stream to happen today. I don't know why. Well, hopefully being here will cheer you up at least a little bit. But
We're doing
sad?
the thing where we asked whether or not we could rather than whether or not we should.
And the answer to should we do this stream has always been no. But now we're spitting in the face of the forces of the universe even more openly.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I think I'm good. I probably need to restart my computer.
It's honest. I honestly don't think it's you. Just like
No, but I need to restart my computer in general because everything is being kind of shitty.
okay. Well, if you need to dip for a second, that's fine.
I won't dip now. It just means I can't do as many things at once.
Okay.
I just need to close some software.
The recent semantic drift of the term "cursed" is interesting. Like, it all started from that one Twitter account that was like cursed images, and now it just means like anything unpleasant. You're correct. It's interesting. Anyway, hey, I think we got like a really strong run going here. Provided I don't get extremely decked in a second. You know, I'm just gonna use this explosive potion so that way you don't get that 13 damage in. There you go.
Explosion.
Snecko Skull. Whenever you apply poison, apply an additional 1 poison.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Snecko Skull is pretty good.
Um,
It's currently still 624.
there you go.
If
If,
anyone's...
yeah, if anybody out there is interested in the game Grim Dawn, like
So,
with tax, that comes out to like maybe $7.
and for the version with all of the DLC is $31.96.
Well,
Which
it's
is
not
wow,
getting
how
crazy
much
now.
cost?
It's probably just on sale, like at a lower percentage, would be my guess.
Oh, right, yeah, because the base game is 75% off. The definitive edition is 51% off.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. And maybe I will buy that DLC sometime in the future if I end up liking the game like a whole lot. But you know,
there's 2 like large expansions.
Yeah.
It's for $18 and $16 normally.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a DLC that's just like it's a mode called the Crucible.
Like Destiny?
No, like that book they make it in high school.
Hey, I remember that book.
I saw Goody Proctor with the devil.
I actually wasn't in the class that read it.
Because
I think it was only honors English that read that.
I saw Goody Proctor communing with the devil.
I saw Mommy kissing Satan.
What the fuck is with all the shops on this floor?
Sandy Claus.
Run into like 6 of them. But
Oh hey, speaking of Satan, Death and Taxes came out.
What's that?
It's I think you play as like a Reaper. It's a 2D, in this 2D narrative-based game, you assume the role of the Grim Reaper on an office job. Your job is to decide which people are going to live or die. The consequences of your choices are yours to bear, while the mystery of your incarnation awaits revelation.
Me when the mystery of my incarnation awaits revelation.
I think this is a game I was looking forward to.
That sounds interesting. But yeah, in general, I might, like, depending on how tomorrow goes, I might start trying to do, like, just little streams where I show off a game that's on sale that the fucking Steam Labs, recommended to me. Because I think that in today's new culture, games that came out like a couple years ago tend to get sort of brushed aside unless they were like 11 out of 10 masterpieces.
Oh shit, they released a game for me. Tank Mechanic Simulator.
Tank Mechanic Simulator. You're right, that is a game for you.
Wait, is this by the same company that does Mechanic Simulator? Just a regular game? Oh my god. They're the ones who did Car Mechanic Simulator. And Plane Mechanic Simulator.
Why are cartoons from the aughts so big on? I don't know. You know? Life is strange. Car
I'm
Mechanics.
absolutely going to buy this game.
You should. You should buy it and enjoy it.
Do what you love. Love what you do.
Whoa. Mech Mechanic Simulator.
Oh, that's even more you.
It's not out yet, but...
But oh baby, when it is...
I'm fucking adding that to my wish list.
This is a dicey situation.
Wait, this is the same developer that made We the Revolution. That's really weird. That's a weird catalog.
Who is this motherfucker? This is the Hexaghost.
I hate the hex.
The dude from the Neutral
the
Milk
Neutral Milk.
Hotel album cover!
Oh, that's so good.
I'm in an aeroplane over the sea, and I'm gonna throw your ass out of the plane. I see it, I've just never thought about it before. Definitely not saying you're wrong.
Okay, actually, the concept itself is pretty cool. It's as a tank museum owner, your task is to recover destroyed or abandoned tanks and renovate them.
Welcome to Win Browses Steam live on stream.
Wind gushes over fucking.
Hey, we got nothing else going on right now. It's fine. Ooh, corpse explosion. There we go. During boss and elite combats, gain energy at the start of your turn. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Wow. Even when you kill him, you get no satisfaction. You alright?
Have I told the story that whenever end up driving on some ice and have issues in the wheelchair, I start singing "Can't Get No Tire Traction."
Oh my god.
Multi-track drifting.
I feel like Alice would appreciate that.
Quite possibly, yes. Have I ever thought about eating tires? I have not, no.
I thought about eating time, which is what I thought that said initially.
I mean, they do look like giant Oreos. I suppose that's true.
There's no white in the middle of.
Well,
I mean, tire.
Depends on what color the hubcap is, I guess.
Well, and I guess like if you use foam tires.
Gas.
I don't know. I can't remember if my current wheelchair has foam tires or air tires. Pretty sure they're foam tires because we never have issues with the air. So
Yeah.
basically, yeah, air is better if you're going over rougher terrain.
It makes sense. At least I think it does.
Actually, I'm not sure it was ever even brought up when we got the newest chair. So it's probably foam, but
Foam. What's in this book? I don't know.
Curses.
Yeah, like
also the story of the whale at the beginning of the game
yeah,
is in that book.
Meow.
Meow.
I'm not even sure if Meow like is a whale. Like that's a weird thing to say, but you know what I mean. I think he might just be whale shaped. I'll take the relic. I tried to retire from the tire business, but they kept thinking I wanted to extend my tenure. Ooh. Whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6. Sure. I should probably be trying to go to get the key, but I don't want to make this run take even longer than it normally would.
Oh, apparently the tank mechanic game isn't that good, and apparently the plane mechanic game is way better.
Huh.
Also, it's interesting that the tank one is you as a museum owner, whereas the plane mechanic one is you actually, like, as an engineer in World War II.
Well, Win, you know what they say.
Can't catch a fish without killing a few werewolves.
Yeah. That's what they say.
I'm gonna say right now I pulled that out of nowhere.
It was good.
And for that, we thank you.
You stole the tire joke from Tom Waits? I can believe it. That guy's funny.
What's he waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
I know what he's waiting for, but I can't tell.
Oh wait, I don't think all these games are actually by the same company. F.
F in the chat.
They
F
were just
in the
being
chat.
sold. Okay, so the tank one is by the same developer as House Flipper,
Ah, yes, my favorite game.
which is really funny to me.
Do you get to play as Vanilla Ice in that one?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Worth it. You see, it's funny because Vanilla Ice is a real estate flipper now.
I actually didn't even know that. I don't know why I got so mad.
He is. He hosts
Yeah, I just saying I don't know why I got so mad.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a. He hosts I forget the name of the show. He hosts a house flipping show though.
The mech designs in this mech game don't look that good. That's a deal breaker. Oh, there's a rover mechanic simulator.
Like a Mars rover?
Yeah,
Good.
space mechanic simulator. Isn't that just space engineers?
What about Space Chem?
Did you see that Shipbreaker game?
What?
The Shipbreaker game that had a dumb name,
I don't think
but you're
so.
a shipbreaker in space.
What
So
is
it's about salvaging ships, like derelict ships and stuff. And it looks like it's like a thrilling experience where if you do something wrong, you'll end up being thrown into space.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say Space Prison. Which
I mean,
is...
I don't know. Are you having scavengers' rights here, or do these technically still belong to companies or people?
Scavenger rights.
I think that's the term for it.
Scavenger rights win.
Scavenging rights. or
Scavenger
something.
rights.
It's called a hard space.
Hard
Shipbreaker.
space.
Hard space : shipbreaker.
Trey, what are your opinions on hard space : shipbreaker?
Hard space : shipbreaker.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. I'm gonna drop the announcement tweet and trailer tweet in
It's intense.
the Discord server.
Okay. Oh no, I didn't mean to click that.
I mean, not the server. I meant the group chat. But anyway.
What even is this? This card is discarded from your hand to draw a card? That's fucking terrible. No, I wanted Catalyst.
Discarded.
Fuck.
Discard. Discarded.
That's gonna be a dead card like 99% of the time. That's so annoying.
You know what else is annoying?
What? What?
I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead.
We're doing great tonight, huh?
It's just me usually.
I know, but it's just, like I feel very out of it. Like my body does not know how to handle, or not even like my brain does not know how to handle going from being asleep to being like having to be funny in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Granted, if anybody actually expects this show to be funny at this point, that's on them, I would argue, but you know. Doppelganger. These are all useless. Just let me slap. Is this guy. So, anybody else? Anybody else feeling
the love in this Chili's tonight?
Feeling the love in this Chili's tonight.
Become God.
I wish.
Become Glob.
That's the same thing, but like Adventure Time.
Your Adventure Time.
Come on, grab your friends. With Jake the dog.
And if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance,
then there ain't no friends of mine. Yo, it's been like 2 years since Adventure Time ended already, right?
No.
Yeah, around that. Like,
No.
maybe 1.5.
No.
What the fuck? This reminds me that I need to get back to watching Kipo and the Wonder Beasts. It's a good show.
Yeah.
Similar sort of zeitgeist. I got to the episode where they fight the giant monkey, and I haven't watched anymore.
Ooh, yeah. I watched some of that show where there's that cat that's a ninja.
Yeah, that would be September 2018. Yep. A year and a half.
Trey, do you know this show I'm forgetting the name of?
Which one?
With the cat that's a ninja?
I think I might just
Mao Mao?
Mao Mao, yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah.
I watched some of that.
Is it good?
I like it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh.
It sounded like somebody else just spoke, but
No,
it was
it's the call is coming from inside the tray.
My
Yeah,
headphones died.
yeah, it's just the thing being weird again, I think, yeah.
Oof.
So, I don't know what I'm
That sucks, yeah.
Sounds like we have a different person on the screen.
Bear with me.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
How's the chat feeling right now about this very good Slay the Spire run?
Is the chat feeling the love in this Chili's tonight?
Is the chat feeling the love in this Chili's? I like that vine. Why is it always the Beyond, never the Seond or the Deond?
The Xeon?
No.
It's a Gundam joke.
That's something else. something gun in a dam.
No.
Look, those jokes are not actually funny, but the fact that Cammy thinks they're so funny is itself very funny.
I think the initial reason Cammy thought it was funny was because she was delirious the first time.
quite possibly. Yeah, just give me apotheosis. I'll take that.
Yeah, me when I walk in and demand they give me godhood.
You never done that before?
I'd like some apotheosis.
Apotheosis.
I look for that card every run.
It's a good
Card
card.
is like never bad to have.
Yeah.
Which there's a
Not
lot
very
of
many of
cards
those,
that
yeah.
are- You ever check Pixiv and accidentally see Simpsons porn?
What?
Nothing.
Alright. I heard Pixiv, and then the rest just
Oh, well, that's for the best.
vanished like tears in the rain.
That's for the best, really.
Alright. Draw one.
Oh my god, the
card,
fact that you
draw.
actually didn't hear makes it even funnier.
I just, like... It's not even that I didn't hear, it just, like, didn't process it.
Again, for the best. Oh, I've been watching some VTubers, as the kids call them.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know where I was going with that.
I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, there's these two really cute ones named Okayu and Korone, and they're a dog girl and a cat girl, and they're extremely cute and like
Are they
pretty
friends?
gay. They're
I see.
pretty gay. Like it, they don't explicitly say it, but like they're basically gay. Like there's one point where one kisses the other one on the cheek, and then the other one's like, "I told you to only do that when we're at home." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think that's
Do
gay."
that at home!
Ah, nice one, Yuki Acres from the
Look,
hit anime Symphogear.
look, that shit's funny, okay? don't blame me for finding funny things funny. It's the Eightfold from Paranatural. I don't know enough about that series to
I
confirm
need
or
to
deny.
read. I haven't read enough to.
Fire potion.
Fire potion.
I actually will take Dash Plus. We're kind of desperately in need of some block. This might be the end of our,
The world as we know it.
the world as we know it, of our playthrough right here. Let's see. Okay. Not yet.
Transient.
Hello.
Hello,
Trey.
Trevor.
For whatever.
Trevor whatever is in the building.
He returns,
How you
From-
doing, Trey?
as he is wont to do. You know, we're chilling.
That's good.
That's
okay.
looking like a good lady.
Yeah, it's just like I'm getting real nervous because I keep forgetting that the poison damage also trips shifting. So it's like, oh no, we're gonna die, but actually because like he takes the poison damage, which subtracts more strength from him, and it's fine. But like, you know, there we go. I guess I'll take Piercing Wail. The Anchor. Yes, please.
How do you do the Never mind, I remembered.
Okay.
I was trying to remember the Discord thing to do spoiler. I
Oh
figured it
yeah,
out
it's
though.
double pipes for anybody who's curious. And if you don't know what an ASCII pipe is, it's the thing above your backslash key that it makes when you press that and shift at the same time.
I am kind of laughing at someone putting a spoiler thing for a spoiler for the original Dead Space.
You know, spoilers for a game that came out in 2008? Is that right? When did Dead Space come out?
That sounds right. Maybe 2009 for Dead Space 1. Unless was it 2011?
Unless. I'm not sure. Why did I block a bunch there? They're not attacking. What am I doing?
Yeah, Dead Space 1 came out in 08. 2 came out in 2011. 3 came out in 2013.
Really into Dead Space lore. I read both of the novels.
I still want to play it someday, but like I feel like I'm a pansy. So like, how much enjoyment I would get out of the first one at the very least is, I don't know.
That
was still pretty good. Not like as good as 2, but
that was Slay the Spire. I am going to run ads if I can access my creator dashboard still. I can. Cool. And then when I come back, we'll figure out what we're doing for the middle segment. So, enjoy Slay the Spire music while I pop the banner up here.
I really enjoy Dead Space 3, even though it's bad. Like, it's not good as a Dead Space game.
Right.
But I think it's a fun co-op action game. And I really like the weapon customization stuff.
That's fair.
The weapon crafting is really neat.
From what I've seen...
But also, I like Resident Evil 6, so...
From what I've seen of, like, the trilogy, Visceral did some really great work on, like, how the atmosphere of the series and just building something completely new out of the basic structure of something like a Resident Evil 4 type thing.
They, like, really screw the atmosphere in 3.
At least in the first two,
Parts
you know?
of it are neat, like the blizzard conditions and stuff. Like, but then you fight a fucking moon. Okay, so like, I can assume people are okay with Dead Space spoilers, right? Well, I should make sure I wait until the ads are over, but...
I mean, the third one came out 7 years ago, and there hasn't been an entry in the franchise since.
The last Dead Space and the last Armored Core came out in the same year.
Damn.
That makes me feel things. But I somehow think Resident Evil 6 is fun. It never broke that badly for me or anything.
Well, you know, it's okay to enjoy flawed things.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes they're even more enjoyable because of their flaws.
I always do I know it's not a good Resident Evil, but I still enjoy it. And on Dead Space 3, I'm like, it's not a good Dead Space, but it's a good game. But I almost feel like that's like No True Scotsmaning the game.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't a real Dead Space, but it's a good game.
But yeah, I used to be really into the lore.
I feel, actually, if I'm gonna do that, then I like Apex Legends, not as a Titanfall game, but I do like Apex Legends.
What, Trey? Sorry, my
Um,
mom showed up.
So I like Apex Legends, but I don't like it as a Titanfall game.
Well, I mean, at least in that case, they're purposely making it not a Titanfall game.
Right, like it's a separate thing and it's marketed as such and everything, which is not exactly the same case as something like a Resident Evil where they low key switched what the series was trying to do at that point, but like didn't change the numbering of it or whatever.
My favorite thing is the fact that it's still canon.
Somehow that and 7 are doing the different things in the same universe somehow. Somehow. I don't know what logic Capcom is using to rationalize that, but sure, go apeshit. Salvaging space.
Had to take some pills.
I'm looking at this this trailer for Shipbreaker. It seemed dope, actually.
So, yeah, like
well, I don't want the sound on that, but
the main villain of 6 was a character who a dude obsessed with Ada Wong made his wife look like Ada Wong, and then that like copycat like tried to kill everyone.
yeah.
And they never cleared Ada's name, so
She's just
basically
over here
everybody
having to
thinks she...
deal with the ramifications of somebody's actions that was not her, but looked just enough like her to be like, maybe that might be Ada. Maybe.
God, like the DLC for 7 is weird. And they reveal that like now Umbrella is a PMC that exists specifically to like clean up biohazard incidents caused by all of this shit that the original Umbrella did, but they're keeping the name so no one forgets the horrible deeds that were done. And Chris is now a part of that instead of that, you know, like the other
Instead of being an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's, yeah, the BSAA, which, yeah. So now their logo has blue instead of red in it.
Right.
I do wonder what 8 will be like. Right now they're working on RE3 remastered.
Yeah.
Remake, actually, right?
I think I own the remade version of 2 because I got it with my graphics card last year.
It's really good.
And I'm not really much of a horror game person, but I might try it out just on account of, you know, having it, you know?
God, I wonder if they're gonna fucking make Code Veronica in that style. Because that would be hilarious.
Well, I guess the rationale that they've been doing so far is that, like, the original got a remake on the PS... Oh, God. The original got a remake on the PS2, and then that one was ported upward to the other two. And then...
Hello.
RE2 needed to get that treatment. RE3 needed to get that treatment. Resident Evil 4 is already on basically every console you could possibly want it on.
Hello, Jane.
Hi.
The host of Shapes and Forms.
Look.
Your co-hosts have not been replaced by machines. Do not panic.
When I'm gonna throw you into the fucking sun.
They haven't been replaced by
That
machines because
would
in at
be
least one case,
unfortunate.
one of them already is one.
I'm gonna read our supporter list for the week. Past 2 weeks, actually. If I can get it to open, that would be nice. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Over the past 12 days, we got 1, 2 anonymous donations. I have 2 donations from Go Busto, as always, and we have a donation from Win, who says, "Hoo-woo." Pebbles says hi. Tell Pebbles I said hello also.
Our beloved.
The unofficial stream mascot at this point. Now let me hop over to Patreon so I can get our subscriber list over there. Chapez und Formas. I don't know what language that was supposed to be. This is the wrong part of Patreon. I hate that they call the sub thing the fucking relationship manager. It's so
That's
Gross.
awkward.
creepy.
It should
Gross.
be the parasocial relationship.
No, it should just be called, like, list of subscribers.
Supporters.
Yeah. Relationship
patrons.
manager.
Patron manager.
Something like that, yeah.
Because it's Patreon.
Yeah.
Patron.
Anyway, a big thank you to Alice H, Lee C, Michael M, Sam C, no relation, and Lexinator for their support on Patreon. So I'm going to level with you guys. Well, first let me ask the question, is there anything anybody is, like, super set on doing?
No.
Alright.
Not particularly.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna try to just stream Dark Souls.
Oh fuck.
Because I'm, like, out of it enough that I don't think, anything, like, more intellectually involved would be good content. In Dark Souls, if you die, like, 50 times in a row, at least it's kind of funny.
Also, you got that motor memory.
So I'm about to drop the Trey phrase that one would probably have never thought that Trey would drop. 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Courtesy of one Jedi Fallen Order, I find myself completely changed in opinion on what I think of Dark Souls and my relationship to it as a genre.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that your boy is actually open to possibly maybe trying it out someday.
If you do, let me know if you would like assistance. It's a good game.
April's pretty helpful too.
April is also quite helpful. It's 3 good games.
Or like Bloodborne or something, I don't know.
4 good games.
Demon Souls.
I've never played Demon Souls, so I can't speak to Demon Souls.
That's.
But
Yeah.
I have heard that that's
You should play Shadow Tower.
I should play Kingsfield on stream.
God.
Alright.
But
Yes.
yeah, like
Is this streaming okay? It looks like it is. I know the one time I tried doing this, it did not agree with the stream.
I
Which
thought about
character is this, Jane?
Huh?
Which character is this?
This
Is
is
this
just-
Grandma Fuck?
Nah, this is just the regular character I made the other day. We are playing regular...
Ori.
A regular ass Dark Souls, yeah.
Just a plain old Sarkdoles.
What do I want to do right now? Yeah, Dark Souls on Shapes and Forms is a less common thing than one might think. I need to kill the Trek.
But yeah, like I found
That's what I
myself
need to
thinking
do.
about it because I was midway through this like fight that you come across perhaps like at the end of one of the early dungeons in Fallen Order where it's your Jedi fellow Cal up against this like robot thing that like is probably double his height or whatever, and as I was rolling and drinking my Estus flasks, I mean, putting my stims in, I realized, oh yeah, this is what Dark Souls is, isn't it?
Cal Cestus looks like Archie from
He does.
Riverdale.
He does kind of look like that guy, doesn't he?
I don't know who this character is, but that's just an inherently funny thing to say.
If you look at, I
Why
will
can
find a
suddenly
Google.
not use the dark eye orb?
I will find a Google image search picture of him. Actually, I
There we
probably
go.
have one on my computer because
Actually,
and,
yeah.
and I will show you just how Archie this man's energy is, because he my older sister actually mistook the actor that played him as the guy from Riverdale.
Are you gonna
And
get
like
the funny hat?
What?
So you're gonna get the funny hat.
That's a different event.
Wait, no, I thought that drops from him.
No,
I
that's
could
the
have sworn.
Xanthus
Like,
King.
oh, it's Santa's King.
Yeah, this is Lautrec.
That's really weird.
What
wait,
funny
or am I?
hat do you mean?
Maybe I'm thinking. Oh wait, no, I'm. Right. I got it confused. You get the item that you get if you put give the funny hat to the crow. Is the item you get from?
Yeah, you get the
I got
favor
it
of
backwards.
protection ring. Yeah.
But yes, that is indeed a very Archie boy.
I miss having audio.
I like Fallen Order. It's a fun game.
Souls inspired game I want to play at some point is the Surge 2. It looks much better than the first one.
Is it the sequel to the Surge?
And it has more, yes, and it has more interesting mechanics.
The third Souls-ish game by the development studio that I think did Lords of the Fallen.
Wait, Lords of the Fallen is by the same devs as the Surge?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
Because the Surge is...
I had to make sure that I didn't say Legend of the Fall when I said that, because I've had the weekend on my mind lately. And he references the movie Legends of the Fall in Starboy song.
Did you know that he's a motherfucking Starboy though?
He is indeed a motherfucking Starboy.
That's a thing that he would like you to know, is that he is one of those.
And we did it. We were the ones that created that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deck 13 Interactive.
Been trying to put us in the worst mood.
Ooh.
But the Surge 2 was like way better than Lords. I think first of all, switching to a completely non-Souls setting helped. It's sci-fi, and then
it's one of those things that I think also kind of helped Code Vein, which big spoiler for that game.
Helped that game too.
Big spoiler for that game, by the way. So tune out now if you care about Code Vein spoilers.
La 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 la.
Did not know. Takes place in the God Eater universe.
Wait. Oh, I mean it's by the same devs.
Yeah, but that's apparently like the big reveal at the end of the game, that it takes place in the God Eater universe.
Wait, so is it supposed to be like?
It's like a distant sequel or something, I think.
Oh, yeah. I figured it was either that or it was like the moment of the apocalypse happening.
What's next? You're gonna tell me that Battlefront is a distant sequel and prequel to Fallen Order?
How do they reveal that, Jane?
No idea. I was like
Oh,
reading about Code Vein the other day and saw it mentioned as like just a matter of fact, and I was
but
like,
yeah, they're by the
huh.
same developers.
I
They
mean,
went from making a really good Monster Hunter clone to a really good Souls clone.
I like yeah, I like
Listen, they do one thing and they do it well.
I like Code Vein. I actually was thinking yesterday I want to play more of that because I never actually technically finished it. My save game might be gone at this point, but I should probably start over anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah, we
that's
could
fine.
make a new show exclusive character. We could make Code Vein Grandma Fuck. We could make anime Grandma Fuck.
But yeah, like the differences
Hey,
in the
Grandma,
settings
fuck.
between like Code Vein, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Fallen Order, I feel like once you find the one that resonates with you, it's probably better to stick with that one versus trying to force yourself into a version of the same gameplay and everything that you're not gonna to start off anyway.
Well,
Like
just
genre.
so you know, like there's like I don't know what difficulty you played Fallen Order on, but it's like the standard difficulty is like meant for people who would not do well in Dark Souls.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
begin with, anyway.
My brother is playing it on a harder difficulty than I am, like the second highest, while I'm probably on like number 2 because I'm new to this shit and I am very much aware of
Nice.
that. Like not looking to have experiences such as
Yeah. The difficulty of Dark Souls in games similar to it is weird because it's mostly just like keep doing it until you get it. Basically,
Well,
like it's
the
weird.
thing with Star Wars Fallen Order is it's made so a Star Wars
Yeah.
fan can beat it
Um.
easily.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense, but I'm speaking more generally.
Also, it
Yeah.
has difficulty settings, which these games usually don't.
That's true.
Yeah,
Um.
the barrier to entry needed to be made significantly lower than it would have been.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Dark Souls has one difficulty, and it's Dark Souls, so I get it.
It's still wild that that's made by Respawn, but
Yeah, they really did the damn thing because like
You guys
it's
like my flaming sword, by the way?
yeah, I like your flaming sword.
It's a good sword.
it's a dope one. But yeah, like I love Titanfall. Fallen Order is not Titanfall.
Whoa, easy,
Titanfall
buddy.
2 is incredible.
I never played
although
the
it's-
second game.
It's incredible.
I think I've shared this story before, but we fucking rented Titanfall 1 from Redbox.
Neat.
Which was the thing you could do for a while. You might
You
still
can
be
still
able to.
do that. There's
The
still
second-
a red box with games in it in my local
It's just
Well,
wild.
grocery store.
it might not for much longer. They stopped doing game rental late last year, and last I checked, we're getting rid of all of their video game
Oh.
inventory in a fire sale.
Ah,
For a second,
actually-
the sale kind of cut off, so it sounded like you said they were getting rid of them in a fire.
Yeah, I wish that I was able to get Fallen Order on the with that thing, but they didn't have it in my area, so I just ended up playing it on my brother's PlayStation.
I remember the giant sale that they had at the fucking at the video store, the local video store when it closed down. I got a copy of Quake 4 and a copy of Phantasy Star Online.
they're making a
And there
Phantasy
might have been
Star
other
Online
games, but-
anime later this year.
I thought you were gonna say they're making a Phantasy Star Online too. It was gonna be like Chain,
What?
Well,
but
Phantasy
you
Star
didn't say
Online
that. So
2 didn't exist in States until last year, right?
Well,
I
it's not-
actually
no,
don't
the-
think it's come out
they
in the
didn't-
US yet. Like
No,
the
the
new
first
one.
Yeah, they
US,
didn't-
the first Western beta just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they didn't localize
this year.
that one. They localized the first one, but not the second.
But they are
Ooh.
localizing it.
It was like on
they're
the
in the process.
Dreamcast, the first one.
The first one was on the Dreamcast
God.
and on the Xbox.
Who died?
Hey, I hate this guy, just to put that out there.
But yeah, 2 just had a beta for a global version.
Neat.
And it's gonna be out sometime this. Is it gonna be this year? I don't know.
I think so.
But it is gonna be so weird with the West joining, and so.
People like to say that Phantasy Star Online is Destiny, but made in
But
Japan,
It's not.
and
It's
also very
not.
very much older.
It's,
it's
Yeah.
Destiny, except all the ways in
It's-
which it's not like Destiny.
that comparison makes me mad.
Can I just invade
It's a weird.
from here?
It's a weird one. I have heard it though.
No.
Like genuinely, people have compared the two. The big man is accosting you.
I don't
They-
like this guy, and I want him to stop.
The big man.
You should communicate that to him.
Not playing Undertale, unfortunately.
Bold of you to assume that you can use your words in a Souls.
Yes, the Dark Souls pacifist one.
There's I wonder how many enemies you could get through the game without fighting. You definitely can't do full pacifist run, but you could probably get past most of the regular enemies without fighting them.
Yes, the NL strategy.
Lion strats. What is my favorite
that's the
location in
term.
Dark Souls? That is a good question. Maybe Ash Lake?
Mine is the fucking city. Yeah, Izalith. No? No, that's not right. Fucking... I could describe it, but I want to figure out the name. So
I think another reason why I avoided these was just because I really did not like the idea of people coming into my game and wrecking my shit.
Yeah, that'll happen. Unless you
Like-
play entirely offline. It's just like
Well-
this is maybe like a minorly toxic attitude to have, but it's kind of just part of the game.
Right. My favorite location in Dark Souls is Irithyll of the Boreal
Like-
Valley.
That's
That
in the third game.
Well, I mean, when you say Dark Souls, do we mean the franchise?
That's a
or
good
the-
question, actually. I don't know if she meant the whole. I took it to mean this game specifically.
In the series, it's well, like visually and stuff, it's Irithyll. Gameplay-wise, I don't know, but like I had Irithyll as a wallpaper for a while.
Is this guy just trying to punch me? He put his catalyst away and just tried to punch me. That was
Hey, at least this
Fascinating.
isn't Demon Souls. At least this game doesn't have this scraping spear.
the. Demon Souls also had that weird world tendency thing. Don't know quite what was
Oh
going
yeah,
on
the
with
white
that.
and black world tendency. That was yeah.
If anybody's not familiar, that's a mechanic wherein the game world would actually change depending on like how you behaved, but it didn't work very well, is my understanding. Just fucking
Yeah, I watched a stream of it shortly before the servers were taken down. I think. I don't remember when that happened.
Invasions were a thing in Watch Dogs 2? What the heck?
Oh yeah, they were in the first game too.
This is such a weird mechanic to port if you're not gonna make a game in the genre.
I guess it makes it makes thematic sense,
Well-
like in the
well-
sense of you being a hacker or whatever, and people.
But I like it because it's like a stealth thing. It's kind of like a combination of Dark Souls Invasions and the multiplayer that Assassin's Creed used to have.
Yeah, it is a very Ubisoft take on it.
So you have to like be sneaky.
Which I guess
and,
makes sense.
Well, isn't there different mission types, or is it just the hacking? I can't remember.
The one that I remember best is the hacking one, where you're like sneaking around and trying not to get caught or whatever by the one that you're.
But Watch Dogs 2 was actually a good game.
Yeah, I like the rest of it.
Also, you can play the entirety of it without killing anyone.
Yeah, it's more difficult though.
But it fits the character more.
Yeah,
I don't see that guy deciding to kill people.
Marcus is a good boy.
I have not played a Watch Dogs game.
First one bad, second one good.
That was the general impression I got.
Yeah.
Still, Legion looks interesting, but I don't know if it'll pull off its promises.
Can I just
also one of the few incarnations of a character that is canonically on the autism spectrum in video gaming that is not treated as a joke.
Also black.
That's good. Yeah.
Which I feel like is. Actually, I didn't know he was actually on autism spectrum, but.
Well, Josh, one of the side characters, Marcus isn't labeled as such, but like.
Oh.
I like the idea of it.
Oh, you didn't mean Marcus, okay.
Because that makes him more like me, but like.
I am going to destroy these men.
I feel
the
like
fact that you're playing as like an actual anti-authoritarian person makes 2 way more interesting.
I feel like I could pull off a pretty good Marcus cosplay, actually.
One of the weakest parts of the first game is that Aiden Pierce is a fucking shitty character.
He's just kind of like a wannabe Batman, and not even like wannabe the decent parts of it. It's like he took the bad shit that made the Punisher like so goddamn attractive to people that are like vigilantes or whatever, or wish that they were vigilantes, and just kind of took out the charisma.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not really Batman. He's like Batman if Batman murdered everyone.
Fuck.
Which I guess is just the Punisher, but you know.
Right. Batman grabs a gun.
Can we talk about how unfitting a name Frank Castle is for a character like the Punisher?
I don't know. It sounds completely fitting to me, but
it sounds like a middle manager at Dunkin' Donuts.
Maybe it's because he's so like, it's so embedded in my brain that like.
I admittedly I don't know a ton about the character. Like it just seems funny to me. Yo, come on.
I do appreciate
Frank
that.
Castle, that's the Punisher's name.
I do appreciate that it's not as on the nose as Johnny Blaze is for Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I mostly just think of Johnny Blaze as a thing that Method Man occasionally calls himself.
A lot of rappers call themselves superhero names.
It's like a thing the Wu-Tang Clan started.
I'm pulling up in that Bruce Wayne.
I like the look I have going on. I look like a fucking drawing from a medieval history textbook, but
yeah, you look like a knight
with a weird sword.
William says, "Whereas Wesley Willis brags about whooping Batman's ass." Is that the guy from Wanted?
No, Wesley Willis was a singer.
I can't remember if the Wesley from Wanted had a last name.
God, that fucking movie of that is so bizarre.
It's shit. I really want to watch it again just to see whether or not it's still enjoyable.
Absolutely nothing like the source material. Like, I don't like either it or the source material, but it's wild how completely
One of
different
them
it
is fun.
Yo, I like that sometimes my run button just decides to stop working. That's
Yeah,
a great feature.
the movie is goofy fun. The graphic novel is libertarian bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Something Mark Miller doing Mark Miller shit.
Mark Millar licks goats.
Mark Millar, retire, bitch.
Millar, whatever.
I think it's Millar, right? Because it's an A at the end, not an E. I don't know.
He licks goats.
If I could just get Lautrec in a fair fight, I am reasonably confident I can beat him. Because I could probably just stun lock him.
Why does he get bodyguards?
What?
So why does he get bodyguards?
Because he's, like... There's lore reasons, probably, but in gameplay terms, this is just the developers having you fight a gang squad. Like... He's,
Wikipedia says that it's just
my...
Mark Miller.
Oh, is it? Okay. Back. Fuck! No. I need to break and run. What am I doing?
Wait. Hang on, there's a Mark Millar and a Mark Miller.
Yeah, those are two different people.
Wait, are they both...
There's also
yeah,
also Miles Miller.
I don't know why you said it's just... It has an A,
Fuck.
according to Wikipedia, Trey.
Well, yeah, it has an A, but it's pronounced.
Oh, okay, you were just telling us the pronunciation.
Yeah, I figured he was looking at the IPA thing or whatever the heck it's called.
I always get the
IPA guide.
I always get Mark Miller and Miles.
Miles who?
Miles Miller is the guy that wrote
Fuck.
Smallville. The CW show.
There's an actor from, like, the 50s named Mark Miller with an E. Years active, 1954 to present. The dude's 95 years old.
What's up?
I wouldn't say he's still active at 95.
The guilty pay the price. The guilty pay the price.
Like, the last time he was in something was 1982. You can't call him active.
Win, are you, like, angry at Wikipedia right now?
Yes!
Also,
oh, wait.
I got the favorite.
Never mind. Ring. He's been in something as recently as 1990.
That still seems too long ago, but...
Oh, he wrote something in 95.
Miles Miller, the co-creator of Smallville, also helped write Herbie Fully Loaded.
The greatest film of this or any generation.
It's true.
We love Lindsay Lohan doing the...
Doing the what?
Doing the damn...
Trey, you're breaking up real bad. Sorry. Why do that? In what universe was that a good idea?
Jane got stabbed.
I
really wish I was playing Animal Crossing New Horizons right now.
Sorry? Well, wait, it's not out yet, is it?
I don't feel that way. I was just reading a tweet out loud.
Oh, okay.
During a stream. Because...
No, please.
So you don't have to do all that again after you died, do you?
What?
Do you have to do that all again?
Do what all again?
The fight.
No, only regular enemies respawn. Lautrec is dead.
Gotcha.
Why am I even coming down here? I could just
Thought it
teleport back
was
to Firelink.
Lotric.
Destroy the boy.
Lautrec,
Lotric.
Lautrec, I don't know.
Lotric.
People are still arguing how to pronounce Smo, and this game came out like 10 years ago.
Smog. It's pronounced Smaug. That's a Lord of the Rings joke. Hobbit joke specifically for everyone out there.
Portrayed by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Also, WM raises a good point. It's possible this old fella is mostly active in local theater stuff now, if he is still working.
Motherfucker's 95.
It's a thing people do. I mean, that's old, but some people like still do stuff at that age.
So I just saw an image that's just Rey from Evangelion, and it just has the text Star Wars is the top text, sucks is the
I saw a photo that was labeled with the caption, "This image separates the generations of anime fans," or something to that degree. And
Oh no.
It's stripes that are laid out in a pattern of white in the middle, blue on the sides, and yellow and brown on the edges, with a little bit of red on each side.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what image you're describing, and I hate it.
Keon.
No, it's Haruhi.
No, I'm saying. Is that how you say his name? I never watched the fucking
It's
channel.
Kyon.
Keon.
Oh, I love Kaon.
Which I don't think is a real Japanese name. It's like a nickname in the series.
I don't fucking know. I feel like with everything Haruhi, I just kind of tuned it all out after a while because like it was so prevalent on TV tropes in my early years that it was just like, whatever hype that people put around it just wouldn't be worth it for me to watch. And
I really like it, but also it's extremely of its time.
Right.
Nick's ears are burning.
Kyon. But yes, it
Keon.
was Haruhi.
What's the name of your sword?
This is the Kalog Fury Sword, I think. Yeah, Kalog's Fury Sword.
Oh yeah, quit.
Now, Kaon,
That's
I actually have seen
another
a little
name
bit of
to
courtesy
you
of my
about.
little sister.
What? You both talked at once. What's up?
I said that's another name that's argued about.
Kalog? Yeah.
You know, it's like I feel like you use the ones I find are less common, which isn't a problem.
It's because the first time I played through this game, it was before I had heard anybody say any of them, so I just
That
kind
makes
of
sense.
guessed. I
I
used
usually hear
to call
Quailog.
Smo Smoth, but like nobody does that anymore. I don't think.
Please do that. That's incredible.
I mean, that's how it would be pronounced if it was like a Dutch name.
I mean, we are in fantasy Europe.
We are.
What I mentioned before, Kaon, what was something that I actually have seen a little bit of because my little sister showed it to me.
I've seen the entirety, including that.
I've actually never seen Kaon. I want to get on
I
that
cried.
sometime this year.
At Kaon.
Well,
It's
yeah,
cute.
Twice.
It's one of them shows, yeah.
Well, it was twice because they redo the scene in the movie. It's the same scene.
You fool.
Fooled me twice. Shame on me.
I guess I should... How the heck am I gonna get 10,000 souls? 'Cause
Dedication.
I would
I
like...
should stop worrying and learn to love the bomb.
I would like to get... I would like to fight Sif.
So, out
But-
of nowhere, for no reason, a song from one of the Fallout games. I mean, I'm sure it existed before, but called Uranium Fever
well,
got stuck in my head.
You gotta fight Sif. You gotta defeat her, and then you gotta let her come back so that she can have her revenge.
Like Orca, but with a giant wolf.
Hey, I'd watch that movie. trying to tell me you
Orca
wouldn't watch a
is the-
movie about a giant wolf extracting his vengeance on humanity?
I mean, I absolutely would.
Yeah.
It's like it has to hunt you down and get revenge because you killed her master, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Revenge.
Artorias was technically already dead, but so is everybody else.
Yeah, well, no, Sif, actually fights you because you have to take the Covenant ring off of his grave,
Oh.
and
Right.
Doggy does not enjoy that.
Doggy was put in a stasis field.
Doggy.
Wait, no, I know how I can get 10,000 souls. I got those fucking coin things that I can feed to Katha.
Sif is like one of the few things that's alive
Prompt. Yeah,
because of the thing Artorias put her in.
I think the only two actually living characters in the game are Sif and Sieglinde.
You alright, dude?
He falls asleep sometimes and you have to smack him to wake him up. I have no idea why. There's some things in this game that are just weird.
God, I will never get used to him.
Be glad you're not hearing these sounds.
Look at those teeth.
Oh god, I forgot he takes you to the kiln. Alright.
Four.
Nom.
Panzer. Wait, hang on.
No.
We don't have
Delicious.
tanks. God, I don't want to think about his anatomy, but
It's just him on one end and Katha on the other. They're like cat dog.
Alone in this world was a little
Oh
cat
wait,
dog.
you actually just came out of Katha.
No, that's Fromp still. He just came
Oh.
in. Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
just imagining that's what happens.
Placed a Lord vessel on the whatchamacallit. You can't believe you remember vaguely when Cat Dog was new. I think I do too. I was never allowed to watch it though, so I don't really remember anything about the show itself.
You did it.
There's actually, speaking of Dark Souls and Cat Dog, there's a really good Sets comic where the Emerald Herald from Dark Souls 2 is sitting by herself. Sets.
SETZ.
It's the guy's name, yeah.
I really like his.
Sets comic.
His stuff is really funny.
I like some of his stuff, but not all of it. But anyway, it was comic of the Emerald Herald from Dark Souls 2, singing the Cat Dog theme to herself, and then the bearer of the curse shows up and just kind of, like, you can't even see his face. Yeah, thanks, bud. Like, you can't even see his face, but the one panel is just, like, a shot of his helmet, like, looking at her. It's funny.
Wait. Oh yeah, I don't follow Six. I thought I did.
To be honest, like, I like his comics, but he's sometimes kind of annoying on social media, so I don't follow him anywhere, but that's just me.
Who's this?
Finnish comic artist by the name of Sets. S-E-T-Z. Lots
Gotcha.
of funny little Dark Souls and Toho strips.
Interesting.
How interesting.
Oh, their main comic is really weird. And the logo of it is a swastika.
Lotta Sverd, or whatever, however you say it.
Yeah.
The thing about the Finnish Air Corps during World War One?
Two.
Two?
And it's when they were allied with the Nazis.
It's a strange thing. Anyway.
I'm just gonna disappear into the aether.
Did you put your summon sign down?
Touch bloodstain. Touch bloodstain.
Touch the bloodstain. Retrieve your souls.
I think I'm gonna drop out now.
Okay.
My voice is starting to give way.
Alright.
I might still, after a few cough drops, be up for a VC later, but
Alright.
oh boy.
See you in.
You won't get rid of me that easy.
Well, Trey, I guess it's just you, me, and Dupree.
You, me, and the bourgeoisie.
Oh god, no. Absolutely not.
Oh gosh, I remember that that song. It's by the Submarines, I think, and it was in an Apple commercial for the iPhone around the There's an App for That era.
Oh,
So
God.
probably like the iPhone 3GS ish, like period.
Oh.
And I remember not knowing how to say bourgeoisie, so I said bourgeoisie or something like
That's
that.
how I thought it was pronounced, like,
In-
roughly when I was younger as well.
But yes, we know now. Not only that, but the meaning thereof.
The Burgess
The bourgeoisie.
John Luck Pickard.
Also, this fellow's a piece of work, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a couple of these in the game. You kill them and they give you rare rocks.
Looking fresh.
These
Drink your
are-
Ovaltine.
Which I think is what you use to reinforce boss weapons, so that's good.
Nifty.
Good thing to have. Siffa. Ovaltine is whack. I don't know why I find that statement so funny. Ovaltine is whack.
My president is black and my Lambo is blue.
I remember that song.
It's a good song.
It's Young Jeezy and somebody else.
Yeah.
Who was the other person on that song? I've forgotten.
Easy.
Trey?
Yeah, I'm looking. It had Nas on it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I should go back and listen to that song again.
It looked like it was them making up after Nas had like some lines on Hip Hop Is Dead that Jeezy took offense to.
Man, that album is not very good.
Well, he started some shit with it.
Yeah, I love Nas, but also that album's not very good. Like, you know, not to get all controversial statement, but like
Controversy.
I just don't like it very much. I don't even like the title song, which is the instrumental for that is just like a straight lift of a chunk of Inagata Davida, which is just very
Yeah.
strange. Also produced by will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, I think I might have probably given it more credit back then, just because like it was probably the first time that I had heard Nas on the radio.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I
Like that I
liked it.
remember anyway, because like you know
Oh.
something is more likely to stick in your head when you're like 10 than it is
Yeah.
when you're like
I liked it at the time too, but I haven't listened to it in years. And the occasion that I hear songs from it, I'm like, this is not this man's best work by any means.
He also started a lot of shit a couple of years later when he had the album that was titled The N-Word, but he wasn't actually technically allowed to use that.
Well, I'm going to invade this person. Just kind of for kicks.
I think I will cause problems on purpose.
Well, it's a Grave Lord, so if I don't cause problems for them, they'll cause problems for me. That's how the Covenant works. Hey, I just realized my mouse has been on screen the entire time I've been streaming this. I'm so sorry. Did it, like, not work?
Don't you just love how Will.i.am's name renders as a link on
Yeah, it's fun.
pieces of software that automatically turn URLs into hyperlinks?
Yeah. I wonder if there's a club of people named William who hate Will.i.am and if I can join. Probably. Actually,
Now
like... Go on.
Now I'm wondering, since he's got like that whole thing going on, does the other way of spelling .am link to his website, or is it if you dots?
You're breaking up real bad again, Trey.
A club of people named William who hate Will.i.am, and where our William can join.
Trey. Trey.
Yeah.
I am not sure if our robot friend can hear me anymore. No,
I
there you
can.
are. There you are.
I can.
Okay, you were breaking up bad for a second, but you sound okay now.
This stuff is ridiculous.
Little bit.
I don't like it.
That's that shit I don't like. This guy just kicked me.
Nas and
That's what you get for that,
Marley.
buddy.
Nas ear.
Oh yeah, that's that album that he released a year or two ago, right?
Yeah.
That was
Produced.
also apparently not very good, but I didn't actually listen to it, so...
I mean, Kanye in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think Nas is an anti-vaxxer now,
Oh, God.
which, you know,
Not great.
nah. Not huge on that one.
Him collaborating with Lil Nas X was kind of cute, though.
Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah.
The rodeo remix.
Cardi B's original verse on it isn't bad either.
It's not, although a lot of people don't like it for reasons I'm not entirely clear on. I get... Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I got attacked from behind with the axe, I think.
I think you might have gotten buddy.
Until fairly recently, I thought anti-vax was just some dumbass fringe movement. Until recently it was. So that's not just you. I need to get vaccinated. There are reasons I cannot get vaccinated. Which means that I rely on herd immunity, as they call it, even more than most people do. No, that's fine. Like, when it's something like that, where, you know, everybody who's going to be seeing this is on the same page, I don't really mind that much.
Hello.
Shredney!
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome
How you
to
doing?
the all-consuming certainty of death.
Happy
I'll be
birthday.
your host.
You alright? Alright?
I was asleep until a few, about less than an hour ago. We've moved back going to see a film and stuff to Sunday for various reasons.
Are you gonna go see Sonic?
No. We're going to see Parasite.
Oh, that's... What the fuck?
Nice.
Anyway...
Parasite, it's not referring to the body horror manga.
No,
but,
no. That wasn't at the movie.
Okay. Parasite is... It won... I think it won actually the Best Picture
It did,
Oscar.
yeah. It won Best
It's
Picture at the
a
Oscars.
very strange,
the weird,
ominous, dark comedy about a poor family kind of low-key infiltrating this super rich, bougie Korean family's household.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I feel like I probably want to see Snowpiercer first because that's also Bong Joon, isn't it?
Yeah, he has a lot of range. As a filmmaker.
Also,
like
Shredney, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but can you see the stream okay?
Oh yeah, I can see it fine.
And I've been hearing about that one for long enough that it's like, okay, I should probably check this out.
Yeah, it does seem at the very least interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to see Color Out of Space while it was still in theaters because we wouldn't have been able to make the 420 showing, and the 950 showing is and the 950 showing is like way too late, and also it is the last showing like in this part of Pennsylvania that I know of, if like not in general. It's the Ritz in Old City.
I've been there.
What? Seriously?
Yeah. Like when I was like 8, so I don't really remember it, but we went to see... What the heck? We went to see like fucking Atlantis or something there, I think.
Yeah, they show a lot of stuff like that is like a lot of weird like stuff like
Art
International Fair and indie films, and Color Out of Space is
Sorry.
very much like one of those things that like... So in case anyone doesn't know, Color Out of Space is an adaptation of The Color Out of Space by H.P. Lovecraft, which is about a thing that is literally an unidentifiable color that takes over a farm.
Shredney, can I interrupt you for a quick second?
Yeah.
Are you ready for Big Dog?
I'm ready for Big Dog, yeah, sure.
Alright, go on.
But, that's a big sword. Big sword.
Yes.
Big sword for Big Dog.
And I'm spelling it BIGG space SORD. Big sword. Oh, Big Dog! Big woofer! Oh, you're so good.
I have bad news for you about what we must do to this dog.
No, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
This is the darkest timeline, so, you know.
The darkest timeline and the darkest souls, brother.
Wow. Just... Okay.
You just got owned by a big dog with a sword in
Got
its
him
mouth.
in one.
Usually I don't do quite that badly. My first time against Sif.
But he's so cute.
I need
like,
to...
This is the first time I've seen a Dark Souls boss that makes me go, "Daw!"
If it makes you feel any better about his inevitable fate, their inevitable fate, I don't think Sif's gender has ever been addressed in any materials.
Yeah.
If you get to the DLC, which I might do with this character, I don't know, you can use them as a summon sign against the last boss in the game.
Okay. Neat.
So, Big Bad Dog becomes Big Your Dog.
It's not. It's like the DLC takes place in the past for confusing reasons, so it's not big. He's not big yet at that point, but he is still a dog. Buppy.
But he's so fluffy.
But yeah, this is my run of just regular fucking Dark Souls.
That
Plain old
works.
Sarkdols.
Sarkdols.
I should get back to Code Vein at some point too.
I think
So,
Sark
we've-
and Doles are both actual words, by the way.
Tears ahead, imminent grief, imminent despair. You guys are real optimists, you know that?
I mean, they play Dark Souls.
always look on the bright side of life.
Yes, Trey? What were you trying to say? Sorry.
But,
I'm not doing very much damage to this big dog.
actually, I should. Calm down.
I'm sorry.
No
But
worries.
yeah, like, so for anybody who isn't aware, Color Out of Space, it is directed by the same guy as directed Mandy, and it also stars the star of Mandy, Nicolas Cage.
Nicholas
As-
Nicholas.
As
It just
as-
canceled my Estes animation. What the fuck? You can't
no.
do that.
well, no, I mean your health did go up, and then it immediately went down because he
Because
slashed
he
the
hit me
fuck
with
out
the
of you.
sword. I've never seen it actually break the animation before.
Because he's just that good.
Ouch.
This is a very good boy.
He's just that good at wrecking your shit.
Sif
Yeah,
is
very
the
good
most
boy, I'm
powerful
wrecking.
network executive. What does this mean?
I have no fucking idea.
Cancel. Cancel.
None of you are free from sin.
Your show.
well-
Your show got cut off after 13 episodes, Jay.
No.
What did Radar ask?
Is Color Out of Space as LSD drenched as Mandy?
Apparently it gets real out there by the end. Like,
What was that?
yeah, and apparently it's also, like, very, true to the story, well, not necessarily entirely in plot until the second half, but in terms of tone, which has me excited because there are not that many, like, accurate Lovecraft adaptations out there. And while this one is modernized, if it is in the same in tone as the story, and it's definitely one of his most out there and kind of bleak.
Just like Dark Souls.
I mean, like, if I'm not mistaken, like, Lovecraft and his, sort of heirs, as it were, are definitely an influence on Dark Souls.
Little bit.
Like, I mean, well,
More the later
specifically, like,
games.
the thing is that, like, Dark Souls seems to borrow heavily from, like, like, that old school of sword and sorcery stories.
Yeah.
Where it's like there isn't a whole ton of magic, but the magic that is there is like bad.
I mean,
Like you don't want to fuck with it.
got something called
The-
Great Chaos Fireball in my hands right now, so you know.
The bad magic. The curse.
I mean, and that can kind of trace its lineage to writers, like two contemporaries of
Oh.
Lovecraft, who would be Robert E. Howard and Clark Ashton Smith.
Yeah.
Although this is more Clark Ashton
Um,
Smith, honestly, than Robert E. Howard.
Hey, Sif, you're not supposed to be up there.
Like less in the iconography and more than in that Smith was weirder than Howard was by like a large margin.
Woof.
Big Dog do Flippy? If you all didn't know that?
I mean it makes sense. He's a
Fuck.
very large dog.
If both swings of that, like,
They are a very large
circle
dog.
attack hit me, I just die instantly.
Dogs what do jump. You keep missing.
No, I'm not. I'm hitting his hind legs.
Oh, okay. Well,
Now watch. You gotta keep your eye on the health bar.
now watch me whip. Now watch me nay nay.
Yeah.
Sure, Silento.
Definitely
Oh,
they
no.
should add a dabbing emote to Dark Souls.
Oh no, Lex.
Lexi, yeah, that, I
Aw.
sympathize, but I would kind of rather not talk about that sort of thing in the chat.
Yeah, no.
I'm dead.
Yeah, that's like. Yeah, I understand that. If you need to like take a moment, like, feel free to. I hope
Yeah,
you're okay. Are you okay?
in all seriousness, I've been canceled more than Futurama. In all seriousness, if this is causing you distress, I would rather have one less viewer than have you
Like,
be upset.
yeah, like, like,
It's up to you. You know better than I do, but
yeah,
just
it's
saying.
just like, if anything, going on is potentially like triggering or upsetting.
And
just
that's
like,
true of any game we play.
yeah,
for
like,
the
just
record.
you feel free to peace out. Like, that is totally your imperative. Take care of yourself.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but I mean, oh god, no, like, canceled more than Futurama and harder than Firefly, I think, is a good description.
That's cancellation for you.
Yeah, oh yeah, and in some cases, like, canceled faster than Wonder shows.
Well, did
If you want
Wonder
some
shows
deep cuts.
air on TV?
Yes.
On what?
Ah, shit, I think it was like MTV.
Sif Woofer.
Faster than Turn. Like, oh god, there are a couple of them. Like, I'm trying to think of. No, I thought of a better example than Wonder Chosen, because I think Wonder Chosen actually aired like 7 episodes before they canceled it.
Canceled faster than Too Hot for TV.
MTV2, yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, I knew it was like an MTV related network. Or no, not network, channel. You get what I was saying. Anyway, no, like, I was thinking, oh god, I mean, there is Whatever Happened to Robot Jones. That show did not last long.
That aired for a full season or 2, I think. But then
Yeah,
after...
I think it got 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It did?
That
Really?
show had such a weird production history. Like, because originally they had, like a text-to-speech program voiced the main character, and then later they went back and redubbed all the episodes with an actual voice actor. For
Oh, yeah.
some reason, I'm not really sure.
I think it...
26 episodes, only 13 aired here.
Okay, well, then, that was sort of like what I was thinking of. Kind of like in the same way that Invader Zim technically had a second season. It was just entirely in Europe and mostly, like, throwaway episodes that they didn't produce for the first season.
This is revealing my own ignorance, but given how fondly it's remembered, I'd always assumed Invader Zim had like 3 or 4 seasons.
No. Invader Zim is, like, very much a cult thing. It's like a thing that's very memorable, but it was like, it was 2 seasons. 1 season was aired here. There were a few specials, and then there was another season of episodes aired in Europe that like got a few reruns over here later. But like, it's largely considered kind of an inferior season because they were like grasping on to still airing it and producing it at all.
Sorry, yeah, that's definitely one that got more popular after the fact than
Yeah.
than prior.
Yeah, and like
Only
there were
boss in
actually
the game I give a bow to instead
like
of the Wellwood.
Jonan Vasquez and I can't remember the name of the showrunner guy. The guy who's caricatured as being,
Ricky Simons.
Yes, I believe so. Had it plotted out for 6 seasons. Like they knew where the show was going, and they like started flailing when like they realized that it was not going to last 2 seasons.
That's sad.
Yeah, it really sucked. Like they had to fight to get some episodes aired at all, because they were like pushing, like they did get brought on by people who were very forward looking, like the woman who was like the executive producer who like brought on a ton of weird people to Nickelodeon. The reason why she brought Jonan Vasquez on was because she'd read Squee and thought, actually, this is surprisingly like empathetic to how a child looks at the world. Like, despite the fact that he's a very extreme comic writer, I think he could make a decent kid show. And it's like, Vasquez was like, sure.
Correction, it was Steve Russell.
Steve Russell, yeah.
Ricky is the voice of Gur.
Yeah, and also wrote an episode that was, I think, like I believe it's Squishy Destroyer of Worlds, which was, I think they had the voices for it in the storyboards, but was never aired. And that was going to be in like the 2nd or potentially 3rd season. And that involves a being that hugs worlds to death.
Oh? On
Yes. I mean, it does make sense. The voice actor of Gur would write something like that.
I am going to see what the weapon you get from Sif's soul is, because I don't actually know.
What did Lexi just say?
Nobody seems to have ever really replicated the Zim ethos of nothing matters. Everything is terrible, but nothing matters, and everyone takes everything too seriously. The world sucks. LOL waffles.
LOL waffles.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, no, but the thing, I think it's because, like, its particular flavor of, like, nihilism is, well, partly very much of its time. But it's also that, like, everyone that followed kind of either leaned into it too hard or not hard enough. There is no balance.
So, alright, I've never seen Zim because, again, the whole thing with me not being allowed to watch Nickelodeon as a kid.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that Billy and Mandy tried to do that?
Kinda, yeah, like, Billy and Mandy
It might be one of the few examples that actually probably gets it right, like closest to Zim's tone.
I actually don't particularly care for Billy and Mandy, but
yeah, like it's the thing is though that like Billy and Mandy felt to me in some ways
Lexi chill.
Almost like I felt like it didn't work as well because like the kind of cynicism rubbed me the wrong way. And
I think
like
that makes sense.
Whereas like with Zim, while it definitely has
it's sort of
like
artorious.
It's not so much that it's cynical as that it's like just really skewed and
like maybe a little easier to take in Zim's case because it does like the thing where it isn't quite as intense about it.
Yeah, it's not as mean-spirited. It's just
yeah.
It's funny. It's less mean-spirited, but it's also in a lot of ways darker.
Yeah.
Which is the weird thing about it is like it is not as mean-spirited as Billy and Mandy is, and that's part of why I really don't like Billy and Mandy that much. Although I do like the character of Grimm. The character of Grimm is funny. But
I like
the
Grimm,
show
yeah.
as a whole rubs me the wrong way. But like Zim, I liked in that it is even more blatantly twisted, but at the same time, it is less mean-spirited. It's more just like looking at the world and how people behave and just amplifying it
Yeah, that makes sense, I think.
in like to absurd and grotesque degrees.
Wait, I need to buy a large Titanite if I'm gonna do this. Hi, sorry, I'm like half paying attention to the conversation, half trying to figure out how to get this big great sword that I can't even use, but probably would look really cool. Just hit me with 9 of them, bud. What?
I was just funny was that like I was just I can't remember what I was thinking about.
This is a fascinating stream we've been having.
What happened earlier?
Well, for one thing, we started half an hour late and are going to try to run half an hour over.
Okay,
in
fair.
recompense, basically. But like, just all like me, Trey, and Win, who left like literally a few minutes before you showed up. Just kind of all been out of it and not funny.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's just like, no.
In a way, the anti-humor has its own joys.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there. Play along at home.
But yeah, but yeah, actually,
Fuck.
that is a really good point. With what that Lexi made was that like the thing about Zim that's kind of great is that he is really desperately trying to conform to the ideals of a society that is like in some ways like just a really bizarre, absurd, and even more grotesque reflection of actual societal standards.
This really says a lot about the society that we live in. I'm
Like-
sorry.
Like I mean, one of the jokes of their of the series is that the Society of Urk is run based on height, and they got 2 guys who are exactly the same height and are both dumbasses in slightly different ways, who replaced someone who was actually competent, who was also taller than them, who Zim accidentally killed while trying to invade another planet, and successfully invaded his own planet because they never managed to lift off.
That's really making me think, Shredney.
Also, he is, I think,
In-
the second shortest person in his society, yet has an extreme ego.
In all seriousness, I think that's interesting. To go back to something you said a little bit earlier, I think, like, just speaking personally, I kind of require my comedy to have some level of empathy for its characters, and I think that's why Billy and Mandy doesn't entirely work for me, and I suppose that's why Zim might, if I ever deigned to watch it.
Yeah, it's like yeah, like the characters are often the butt of the joke, but at the same time there is like a weird sort of affection for them.
That's also why Nichijou works.
Yeah, it's like like Nichijou works because I mean, Nichijou has a great deal of love for its characters.
Yes. Which is why I did not like Wasteful Days of a High School Girl that much. I am now talking about shows that I don't think anyone here but me has seen. So never
That's
mind.
reasonable. Yeah, like the funny thing is that like with Billy and Mandy, the character of Mandy is like very similar to the character of Gaz and Zim. But the thing about Gaz is, like, she's not so much shown as right as that she is just a sociopath. Kind of. But at the
Yeah,
same time, you can kind of sympathize
like, I
because
mean,
she is so surrounded with bullshit.
yeah, like, the thing with Mandy and Billy and Mandy is that she is, like,
Actively malicious.
that,
Yeah,
and,
whereas-
like, they're, like, her whole, thing just never is really, it's not really, like, her attitude is not really justified by the setting.
Yeah.
Like, other than specifically Billy, who is dumb as a bag of rocks, there's nobody
Yeah.
else who's, like...
Whereas, like, the thing with Gaz is that she's mostly just passively angry at everyone and everything. And
I
is not
mean-
malicious, but she is, when there is one thing that she does care about, she becomes very, very determined and will go to any length to achieve what she wants. And then when anything else comes
relate?
along that she doesn't care about, she just doesn't bother. Which is to say, she has actual character traits
Character depth, yeah.
beyond malice. Because she isn't malicious, she's just...
Sorry, did they
Indifferent.
actually call their like Game Boy XP the Game Slave too? That's
Yes, it's really fucking ridiculous.
that's I don't know if I like that one.
I mean, yeah. Like, it does go overboard. It's very, very late 90s aesthetic.
It was the Clinton age. Sure.
I'm pretty sure a lot of these things are, like, direct holdovers from his earlier comics, which are very much of their time, which is, like, the late Clinton era.
Who can relate?
Woo.
Woo.
How has our boy Bobby been?
I haven't heard anything about him recently, which I feel like means that he's plotting something.
Oh no. Is he going to, like... Oh
Drop a
god, what if he
surprise
tries to...
album or something?
What if he tries to break into acting?
Don't put that curse into the universe.
No, but, like, no, worse yet. He tries to break into acting and screenwriting and directing and makes a movie.
Oh god, I forgot that Lil Dicky had a TV show now. Okay guys, it's the Lyrical Miracle Power Hour. Let's talk about how much Lil Dicky sucks, because I don't like that man at all.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of nice
Honestly,
anything you can say about Lil Dicky.
actually, like, talking about Lil Dicky and how much he sucks isn't even, like, fun.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like the bad kind of immune to criticism, because, like...
Oh, that reminds me of the whole thing in, like, libel and slander laws, is that there are certain people who can't be defamed even if you're saying something that's completely false about them knowingly, because their reputation has become so ruined by so many scandals. He's the critical equivalent of that.
That's an odd law.
No, it's like there's a term for when somebody has, like, become, like, reverse immune to libel. Like, that they have literally so ruined their reputation that you can't libel them.
That's a weird one.
Like, because, well, if it's actually, if there isn't, well, I mean, part of it is, like, if you're not actively, you know, like, you still, in a way, have to, like, not be, like, actively malicious. Like, I suppose I got it wrong. It's like you still have to not have active malice. But, like, on top of it, it can be a defense added to that, is that, look, it's not harming someone's reputation because this person has no reputation.
I don't give a damn about my reputation. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, pretty
Wow,
much.
I can't even sort of wield this. Looks cool,
But
though, right? Looks cool, though, right? Looks cool.
But
though,
I mean,
right?
actually, that's part of what happened with
Looks
Vikman.
cool, though, right?
What is happening to your voice, Trey?
Trey
Your connection.
has also been cursed by this evening.
Oh. But yeah, it's like, like that was actually, if I'm not mistaken, brought up in the recent legal proceedings against Vic Mignogna. Was like that this man has so thoroughly ruined his own reputation that he cannot be libeled. Which is fucking astounding.
Yeah. Yo, I am really hungry.
That's understandable.
I'm sorry. That was like maybe the single least contentful thing I have ever seen or I've ever said in my life. But
I love this anti-content.
It's just like
I too am hungry.
I'm just sitting here like, fuck.
I find
really
it
hungry.
relatable.
There's only 9 minutes left in the show, and I'm like, I'm really looking forward to going and making a sandwich.
Relatable anti-content.
9 minutes, yeah. We started a little bit late, but I wanted to make sure we got in the full 3 hours.
So like,
Yeah.
what was I gonna say? I don't know.
I know what I was gonna say.
What are you gonna say?
These nuts.
God damn it.
These nuts. Yeah.
Ha
So, like-
ha ha ha.
Yeah, but I think that Logic is subject to the same thing. It's just that in Little Dicky's case, it's not fun. Whereas with Logic, it's still fun to dunk on.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just that Little Dicky's brand of the problem is partly it's
Hey guys, look, I'm the main character of Dark Souls.
but yeah,
it's you. You're the Dark Soul.
I'm John
Dark Soul. But yeah, it's any reviewer will tell you is that bad comedy is the hardest thing to review or talk about.
Yeah.
Because it's it's just nothing. And that is Lil Dicky in a nutshell. He is not funny.
That's Little Dicky in a nutshell. He's just nothing. Trey, the way that the voice connection is absolutely just turning your laugh into a clipping beat is really funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're expecting to hear David Diggs go triple time over it.
Incredible. Lexi said, I think the Merrill Lynch logo actually has the bull's nuts in it.
Oh no!
I can't believe the Merrill Lynch bowl destroyed Trey.
I mean, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think it might actually. It might actually have the Wall Street Bull statue's, junk on it.
Oh no!
What's he gonna do with all that bowl?
Oh my!
All that bowl on your logo?
What you gonna do with all that beast?
No. He can't.
I fucking love that terrible song.
What?
I want to say this. We have fun here.
We do.
We do. But yeah, like the thing with like whereas with Logic is not funny on purpose, but he is extremely funny not on purpose.
Yes.
Like except when he's really really blunt. But even then, he's fun to dunk on.
Yeah.
Whereas like Lil Dicky is like trying to be actively trying to be funny constantly, and he isn't. Actually, I don't even know if he's really trying to be funny or he's just like, I am marketing executive of myself.
I can think of no less a depressing description of a person than a marketing executive of themselves.
Yeah,
that sounds like...
But it's true!
No, it's not wrong. It's just like, if...
It's so depressing, though.
If, like... It sounds like a throwback to my media class. Oh god, yeah. That was how my fucking film not film. I said that because he was a wannabe filmmaker. My fucking marketing and media class was... He was like... That guy was so fucking weird. Like, I think about this every now and then. Just, he owns a small film company, which I'm not going to put on blast by name, even though I know the name. But, like, his class... Like, we had all these weird rules we had to follow. We were not allowed to use terms like, you know, book, movie, album. We had to call it all either media or content. And we were not allowed to use the related verbiage, so we had to call it consuming the content.
Ew.
Consume.
And
that
his justification for this was that it was supposed to make us realize that, like, you know, all media is fundamentally the same, which it's not, and that's a crazy opinion. Like,
I mean,
like an actual like just madman opinion.
That like all media you can say that all media is fundamentally valid, but
that he was not.
But that's not his point.
He was not interested
he's a hack.
in valid or invalid. He was interested in
being a hack.
I don't know. Like, the guy's whole life philosophy was very weird.
Like this man is a hack.
Puts an album, a film, and a book on the same plate, consume the content. Basically, like, that was his whole thing.
I do not trust anyone who talks about consuming content unironically.
Like, the last I heard of him, he was, like, running a seminar on how to make your YouTube channel successful.
Oh, dear God.
Like he was selling, like, seminar things.
Ugh.
And like I said, he owns, like, a small film company, so I don't know, maybe he's doing something right, but...
Yeah, but there's the assumption that he actually makes any money with that, rather than selling his bad opinions.
I have no idea if he does or not. I've seen some of the films, like, some of the like, little shorts that his company has produced. They're fucking bad. Like, to the surprise of probably nobody but himself.
Oof.
Does he have experience in what field? Like, filmmaking? Yeah, he was apparently, like, a film professor at one point, which is a terrifying idea. But just, like, I don't know. It was just,
Do
like,
you think that he,
guy.
like, saw the face of the film god and it fried his brain?
I don't know. Like,
that, like, he used to be competent, but that, like, he had some terrible Lovecraftian revelation that just melted his mind.
He was just like I think about this guy sometimes because, like, I had a terrible college experience. My brief, like, people. You shouldn't turn to a streamer for advice, but like, if your choices are not going to college and going specifically to L-Tri-C, you should just not go to college. Like,
Oh dear.
I fucking hated going there, but this guy was like the worst of it because this was a man who was like clearly not qualified to teach the class that he was teaching. And
Oh.
he also made us like the one that always sticks out in my mind actually is he would ask us questions in class and we were not allowed to reply to him out loud. We had to tweet at him on Twitter.
That is fucking... What the hell? He's using it to get social media engagement. What a twit.
And this was in like 2013, so that wasn't even worth anything yet.
Oh god, he's a clout whore. God.
It was like just like the sort of person that like hipsters have nightmares about. Like
that man is just like...
And I want to point out that the reason I had to take this class, and it was mandatory, is that I was going for a music degree.
Oh.
I had to
Lord.
take that before I took any music theory classes.
That's ridiculous.
I had to take, and like that was true of like every art. Hey Trey,
Hey,
are you okay over there?
I'm good.
We're getting something through your microphone. I'm not
Oh, you're right.
sure.
Might be my sister.
Possibly. Okay. But
But yeah, like
that was true for like
Coming up.
every art track in the college. I don't know if that's still true.
that is the
like-
smartest bullshit.
Like my classmates were like a fashion, like an aspiring fashion designer, and a couple people who wanted to be directors or screenwriters, and
That just kind of demonstrates a fundamental lack of faith and understanding of the arts.
like, yeah, like it was.
Like,
Like,
you
I
don't
just-
believe
I
that
just
people can
keep-
actually succeed in the
Yeah,
arts.
like I just keep saying the word weird because it was just so fundamentally disconnected from how I had seen anybody talk about anything on Earth up until that point. Unfortunately, you know, I have since met people who think like he does, which is extremely depressing. But
Like, who are some other examples?
just people I've seen on the internet. Nobody.
Uh,
Well, actually, I think he and Elon Musk would get along very well.
oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
that's a whole other conversation. But like, it's just it prepared me for one thing in the world, but it was not the one that it was supposed to. Even my mom, who was like pretty hard on me during college, was like, "This class is a farce."
It is a farce.
I also didn't pass it because I wouldn't. There was like some fucking presentation we had to do, and we had to like record ourselves at a location talking about the thing, and then hand that in, and that was the assignment. And I wasn't able to go to the place that he wanted us to do this at, and he refused to accommodate me.
What a... So basically him being a shithead was why you failed the class.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't really pass many classes in college. I passed.
Yeah, but still.
I passed rhetoric, and I passed literature appreciation 1.
So basically ones that actually indicate,
Yeah.
like, an
Um,
ability to understand books.
Things that I was like there for. Yeah. Like, I mean, some of the other stuff, like, actually, technically, I accidentally told a falsehood. I also took music theory 1, but
Uh-huh.
that was against me, like, explicitly telling my counselor that I needed to, like, take introductory music theory, which was a different course first, because I didn't know how to read music. I still don't know how to read music. So I failed that because I just couldn't understand any of the assignments.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just like a bad college, but that class specifically was like the absolute worst of it.
Yeah, that's like, so they didn't put you in introductory music theory to actually introduce you to the concept of how a staff works?
Like, literally, I told them, because introductory music theory was technically a remedial course, because the assumption was that you were taught that in high school, which is a ridiculous assumption if you live in
like a lot of high
southeastern
schools
PA.
do not teach you that shit unless you're like I was in choir and we barely learned that stuff.
Fuck. Yeah, that it just like wasn't a thing that I knew about, and I told my counselor, I was like, I need to take the class where I'll actually like learn how a staff works and how notes are structured and stuff like that, and she just wouldn't do it. She was like, well, you should take music theory 1 first, and if you fail that, da 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 da. But I was like,
that's stupid.
I'm going to though, because I won't be able to read any of the assignments.
That's stupid.
It's just. Hello,
Like
Trey.
they clearly, given the fact that you did, like, well in, things that actually are things that you know.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be clearly indicative that they just screwed you.
Basically,
Fuck those people.
some of it was on me, because, like, I had a couple other classes that were, like, I could have done well in if I had not been, like, mentally disintegrating, but I didn't because
I mean, yeah,
laziness,
but that's like...
and eventually you just like, well, I'm gonna fail everything anyway, so why bother,
Yeah, no, that's... so, like, me in my last years of high school.
Yeah.
Like that... Yeah, that's why I...
Trey, thank you for this detail.
What?
The chat. He said, I have a box of chicken, and I swear the illustration of Harlan Sanders is almost disturbing in the amount of detail it portrays. I can see his fucking gross.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know.
I really want some fried chicken, like, right now.
I kind of do,
I'm
too.
so hungry.
Fortunately, I don't have any. But, like, I don't know. It was just not a good college. I don't know if it's run any better nowadays. This was almost a decade ago at this point. It might very well have improved greatly, but
hopefully,
if you live in the area and you're thinking of going there, you should
either that
check.
Or it is, like,
consider
since
going
we
to, like,
have been
Chrysler
through
or
4
something
years
instead.
of the Trump administration, which is like 16 years under a less terrible but still bad administration, then I don't know.
I don't know, It's unknowable.
Speaking of politics, just very briefly, with the last debate, Liz Warren fucking killing it, and also Michael Bloomberg being just bad.
Yeah, most of what I got out of the debate was like, hopefully it will render Bloomberg politically irrelevant for the rest of his life, which I hope that's true.
I would love that. The man is a vampire.
I didn't watch it because I'm unfortunately pretty set on Sanders at this point, but like...
Yeah. Warren is my second
Warren
choice.
Too. I think Sanders, Warren, or the other way around would make a great ticket, but unfortunately they seem to not like each other very much.
Nah, I think that's being pushed more by the media. It's like, I think that they have some... Because the thing is that here's another thing that, like, demonstrated to me, like, and not a lot of people were talking about this, there was a question about the whole system of delegates, where, like, 4 of the 5 people, were like, that if nobody got a clear majority, then, like, that they would let the convention work its will. And, and Sanders obviously said, no, whoever gets the most delegates should win. Warren tried to essentially say the same thing, but what she said was, that each state that what she said was their delegate, like that their delegates who, from each state who have been pledged should vote for who, like they were voted in to vote for.
Yeah.
And her point was that, like, she was jabbing at the superdelegate system, and then Chuck Todd said, okay, 5, he cut her off, and then after Sanders spoke, it's like 5, no, 1 yes. So basically lying about what she said.
I mean, that doesn't shock me at all.
And the thing is that they were constantly trying to undermine Sanders, but they were also trying to, like, create rifts between Sanders and Warren, when the fact was that while they had some mildly critical things to say about each other, they basically stuck to saying that, like, the other person's plans are still good, I just think that mine are better. And it's like, sure, like, they have, like, some specific policy differences that are relevant.
Hey, Chardonnay,
but, like,
let's see, raises a good hypothetical scenario. What if we became liberals and joined the media?
Oh, God.
And on that
God.
extremely long tangent about how we think the political system has failed us in various ways, that's gonna be it for Shapes and Farts this week.
Yeah, can we just
The media!
like, I think we can all agree that we should fire anyone who has a superdelegate position and plans on voting for Bloomberg directly into the sun.
I think we should fire all politicians into the sun, but that's just my inner Ancom talking.
Can we just fire, like...
You know a night's gone wrong somehow when I'm saying shit like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd go further, is that my inner egoist says that we should just fire everyone into the sun.
Okay, well that's just silly. Obviously, I should not be fired into the sun because I'm very good. Holy shit, this fucking Sanders illustration.
Not Bernie Sanders, Harlan
Colonel,
Sanders.
yeah.
The Chicken Man.
Are they related? No, right?
No,
Okay.
different Sanderses. Anyway, yeah, like, the other Sanders was from Kentucky.
On the sun. Sorry.
I think you're right, Lexi. Yeah, he might be related to Larry Sanders, but what?
Larry David, because they look
Larry
similar.
David. Oh yeah, no. Sorry, I got confused. Larry David. Yes, he's related to Larry David. Distantly.
Is he? That's
I
weird.
think.
I didn't know that.
I
Anyway,
I can't remember. It's like a weird, like, the second or third cousin thing.
Last Shapes and Forms for the week. We will be back next week with hopefully a more, like, normal docket that's not just me giving up halfway through and deciding to play Dark Souls.
All right.
We're doing our best, okay?
We're doing our best, is what you need to know. I will be live sometime tomorrow to check out Grim Dawn. So, providing nothing goes horribly wrong. So, if you like games that are like Diablo but are not Diablo, you should come watch me play that.
El Diablo.
Okay.
El Diablo.
And, yeah. See you guys next time.
Good night.
Bye.